The Maestro.
I know that.
That's it. That's it. That's it.
The Maestro.
The Maestro. Dirty.
Schlag.
Come on, y'all.
Really? I think that would be cool though. Why? The Maestro.
Schlag. Oh.
Let it go.
How about you hold it?
There's a lady in the waiting room.
Yep, you heard that right. Welcome to Maestro's Dirty Shorts. Do with that with what you will. Have a lot of fun. I know I will. So these are just little pieces that we can have some fun talking some different topics other than recruiting or the prep stars that are coming out and general basketball stuff. We maybe get some general basketball stuff in there, but these are just some pieces for us to extend our conversational away from the Talk Dirty to Me podcast. Hopefully we can have fun with it. I'll tell you what wasn't fun for me in my experience and why I'm really hypersensitive to coaching and coaching changes and what goes on here in the league with coaches leaving teams or coaches not standing up for their teams and things like that. And that has to do with my first experience as being a head coach, specifically in basketball. Came off of many, many years of trying to play a bunch of different sports in some sort of professional manner. Despite of everything else I was doing, it just never came through in any sport. Got close in a couple, but it just never happened for me. And a lot of that was on me. One day I'll do a scouting report on me in the various different sports, and I know why it didn't happen. I can be honest about that, and I'll be okay with that. I'm working as a adjunct professor, City University, New York, and I see an ad that the women's basketball team is looking for an assistant coach. Figured, okay, why not? I will go over there, check it out, see if I can lend a hand, meet the head coach, meet the team. Pretty good experience, but there's a lot of discord. There's a lot of, no pun intended, there's a lot of issues going on between the team, between the coach. I'm not quite understanding what's happening there because I'm new to the university. I'm new to the system in general. And 2 days before our first game, which happened to be against a team that was a Final Four team from the previous year, the athletic director and the head coach get into a Donnybrook in the middle of the office. I'm talking about chairs, tables, pencils, pencil sharpeners, erasers, paper clips. It was crazy. I'm trying to stop it. I know that's hard to believe. The main equipment guy comes in. He's trying to help these, it was a mess. And the athletic director says, well, I'm not trusting you with this team. You don't even have any plays in place. I've been watching your practice. I've been watching the film or video of your practices, and you're not doing anything. And I just don't think you're the guy for it. And the coach went, well, fine, you got the guy right here. And he grabbed my arm and shoved me into the athletic director. So that's how I got my very first coaching job. It was something out of a bad movie. I come back to the team, tell them that I'm their new head coach. We got 2 days in front of us, and whatever made those ladies stay with me, I will never know, but I'm so glad that they did. It was learning on the fly, learning on the cuff. We ended up having a okay season for who we were. A little bit more on that team. Only 2 ladies on the team were actually veterans from the previous year. The rest had never even played organized basketball before. They were walk-ons because the school lost all of its basketball team support, apparently because of the coach that had just gotten fired. And then I found out later the athletic director was part of the problem too. So it was like that, man. And our season ended up being pretty good in terms of development, not just for me, but for the ladies too. And it was a super positive experience. And I took a lot of philosophies that I share with you. I even tried to implement them here, even though these ladies did not have that sort of experience. One young lady went on, she became an assistant D1 coach. Another young lady had a brief career in the WNBA. She went on to play professional ball in Europe. 2 others actually went on and played D1 basketball for a scholarship. I consider those wins. Great experience. So you get a little insight as to why I'm hypersensitive to coaching and coaching changes and things like that and how they happen when they're really rough. There's some insight on the Maestro and a little history there. Now I get a chance to ask you a question. Please drop something in the comments here. We'll do a serious one this time, but you know me, a lot of them are not going to be that way. Here we go. What was one thing that you took from a previous coach or a previous trainer that still stays with you as you work out in your game now? I'll share one for me. One was the idea that how you do one thing is how you do everything, whether it's running suicides, or I know we don't call them that anymore, how you erase your mark on a piece of paper. All those things, how you do one thing is how you do everything. And that's stuck with me for the entirety of my life. So what has a previous coach, maybe not necessarily your current coach, but what has a previous coach said to you that has stuck with you throughout your life and beyond your playing career? Drop a line in it. Let me know what's up. And whenever you fight a Terminator, remember the T100 always wins.
Oh, wait, you want me to read?
Thank you for listening to the Maestro. Thank you again for checking out the Maestro. Drop a tag below and give us a piece of your mind. See you next time and talk dirty to me.
The Maestro. Dirty.
Schlecht.